Hey guys, this is Alliteration Station back at you again with another Yu-Gi-Oh video, and today I'm doing my 2019 Dark Magician deck profile. Let's get started. Of course, the simple thing is you have to start with the original, the OG Dark Magician. 3 of is a necessary thing to have in the deck. Then I run 3 Apprentice Illusion Magician. She is the tuner for the deck to help get Dark Magician to your hand. And she also gives any spellcaster 2,000 extra attack when she is discarded from the hand or from the field. Magician's Rod is a level 3 1600 spellcaster that allows you to search out any spell or trap card that lists Dark Magician in the text. You can also use Apprentice Illusion from your hand to make him stronger in case, that's the first thing you have to summon and they try to beat over it. Next, I play 3 Allure of Darkness. Depending on what you draw, you can get rid of a few dark monsters out of your deck. Get that +2. Sometimes you have an extra Apprentice, sometimes you have an extra Rod. But as long as it's dark, don't want to banish the Dark Magician. That's your main thing you need. Next, I play 3 Dark Magic Circle. This helps with getting cards to the top of your deck, and if you happen to reveal a Dark Magician or Dark Magician Spell and Trap, you can add it to your hand. And once per turn, when a Dark Magician is normal or special summoned, you can banish 1 card on your opponent's side of the field. Dark Magician has become more of a disruption deck with a lot of banish and special summon effects. I like that. More modernized, because back in the day you couldn't summon Dark Magician like you do now. 3 Magician's Navigation. This allows you, when it's activated, to summon 1 Dark Magician from your hand, and then 1 other dark spellcaster type monster from your deck. Also, not the turn it's activated, but you can banish this card from your deck to negate 1 spell or trap card. It only negates for the turn though. So if it's a permanent, it doesn't leave the field, sadly. 3 Eternal Soul. This is the special summon key to the deck. I don't really like the drawback to this card, but for the stuff you're allowed to do, I understand why there's that big of a drawback. It also allows you, once per turn, if you play 1 of each or multiple copies of each, add a Dark Magic attack from your deck to your hand or 1,000 knives. I play 3 Solemn Strike. Solemn Strike is still a good card. It's been a good card since it came out. It helps disrupt a lot of plays. I play the triple threat. Next up is 2 Keeper of Dragon Magic. He is a good extender. He counts as a trap. He counts as a dragon. My bad. And you can use polymerization to fuse him to make any of your Dark Magician Dragon fusions instead of having to use Ayatamias. So when he's normal summon or special summon, you discard a card from your hand to add 1 polymerization from your deck to your hand. Next, I play 2 Magician of Dark Illusions. He's a good card if you want to special summon something out of your deck off of navigation. Special summon him, but in defense. You can also special summon him from your hand if you activate a spell or trap on your opponent's turn. His name counts as Dark Magician, so you can also use him as a polymerization or the other monster for a fusion summon, and still have your normal Dark Magician on the field. It's good. I was going to say polymerization target. That is my bad. Speaking of, you want to run 2 polymerizations. Just in case you normal draw it and you don't need it off the Keeper of Dragon Magic. So if you draw into this and you still have the Keeper in your hand, you can just normal summon him and you don't have to use his effect. Meaning you don't have to waste a card to discard. But if you don't draw this, he is good to get it out. So this helps bring out like some of the big monsters like Amulet Dragon or Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. I run 2 Call by the Graves. This is good. So in case your opponent's trying to go back into their graveyard to special summon something, or if any effect that's happened in the grave, just activate this and allows you to banish. So say your opponent's going to reborn a monster from the grave because they have a grave effect that will go off when it hits grave. You can activate Call by the Grave and Chain and banish that monster. And so they wouldn't get a summon that turn. 2 Heavy Storm Dusters. This is good. There's not much of a cost. Unless if you try to activate on your turn, which nobody really does. So you set this. You activate it on their opponent's turn, but only if they have back row. It allows you to destroy up to 2 cards. So it's a Twin Twister without the cost. I would guess the cost is you have to wait a turn, but you don't have to discard anything. Next up, I play 2 Trento Tributes. So in case I'm not able to get a good board set up on my first turn or opening turn and I'm drawn to one of these, if my opponent's going off, I just activate Trento Tribute. I lose nothing, but they lose a lot. Then the next is I play 1 Dark Magic attack. How easy it is to get Dark Magician in here. I recommend playing this at 1. I am going to do an update. I plan on getting the 1,000 Knives, maybe add that in there. I'm also going to be doing an update when I get all the cards of a Dark Magician Guard Dragon variant. So look out for that too. And if you like this video, please like, comment, or subscribe. And I appreciate the feedback and the help. Like I said, I'm new to the YouTube and things, so I would love to hear you guys' opinions. But for my next card is, I play 1 Illusion Magic. It basically just, if your Magician's Rod is in risk to being destroyed, you can get rid of him anyways. Or if you just want to have a way to get a Dark Magician out on your opponent's turn, get rid of the normal summon Rod or any other spellcaster and add 2 Dark Magicians from your deck or graveyard directly to your hand. So it gives you a way to special summon them, whether it's off Eternal or Navigation. It's a good card. It's only a 1-of. You can play it at 3, but nobody plays it at 3. 1 Raigeki for destruction. 1 Monster Reborn, just for a follow-up play or an extender. Now that Soul Charge is banned, might as well. And it also helps you, get that heavy, another heavy monster on the field so you can deal more damage if you're going in for an attack that turn. 1 Mind Control. I just use this in the main deck in case my opponent opens up with something, and I would use it to steal one of their cards just to link away into another link monster. Because I don't want to give it back to them at the end of the turn. And then I play 1 Epidemic Eradicator Virus. This is now at 3 now, but I don't want to play it at 3. I would probably side the other 2 if I have to, or side 1 more of this and then 2 Full Force Virus, so 2/2 if I have to. But I don't right now. I only play the 1 in the main deck. Next, we're going to go off to the extra deck. I play 2 Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. Good beat stick, 3,000 attack, protects your back row. He's kind of a problem when people get really frustrated because they can't get over it because they're really trying to pop your back row. The only way most people get over it is if they try to spin it back to the extra deck. Then I play 1 Amulet Dragon. He's a follow-up play for a continuous play. So say if they get rid of my Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, I would go to him because a majority of all Yu-Gi-Oh decks right now in the meta play spells. So you can banish all spells from both yours and your opponent's graveyard, and he gains attack, 100 attack for each that was banished, which he can get pretty big. Next, I play two rank 6 XYZs. Naruto and Photon Strike Bouncer. These are good. This one helps get rid of your opponent's spell and trap back row, and this one helps with negating monster effects. Pretty good. You got a few level 6 targets. I usually normally don't go into them, but if I do, I usually only make one of them. Next, I run double Ebon Illusion Magician. He's good for banishing. If you have a normal Dark Magician and he attacks, his effect goes that if the normal spellcaster attacks, banish one card on your opponent's field. And he's also good if you want to use this, the Magician of Dark Illusions, and one other level 7. He's good for getting those extra Dark Magicians onto the field that either you still have in your hand or in your deck, which is really good. Then, of course, I play one big eye, a walk-in snatch and steal. Really great. Take one of your opponent's cards, and it's not like you give it back. This effect is permanent. It's nice, and he's a 2600 body. I go into him once in a while, Red Eyes Darkness Metal, because of the fact it's good when your opponent starts going off. They'll take a lot of burn damage. And sometimes they have no way around this. I feel Sky Strikers can get around it, but they're still going to take burn damage. Next, for my Link 2s, I play one Wee Witch's Apprentice, Nightmare Phoenix, and Nightmare Cerberus. She is a good extender if you're not playing up against another dark type deck. She helps out you a lot. The sad part is if you go up against another dark type deck, she helps out both you and your opponent because she boosts the attack of all dark monsters on the field by 500, but also including herself and anything else you have on the field. Nightmare Phoenix and Cerberus are good for the destructions. And does good Link 2s all around ever since the Nightmares came out. I play one Summon Sorceress. I play one Decode Talker for the attack boost. And I play one Saryuja for, to reshape my hand, get better cards, put back things I don't feel I needed at that moment. And he's a good 2800 body, so can't beat it. I wish I had Borrelsword Dragon, but he's kind of expensive still. Now off to the side deck. I play two Lullaby of Obedience. Nobody's expecting this card. You can take the card from your opponent by paying 2,000, either add it to your hand or special summon it, which is great because now that Cosmos have Dark Destroyer back at 3, take a Cosmo Dark Destroyer and just special summon it. What are they going to do? Unless if they summon something else, try to get over it, you can just beat them with their own shit. This is a side deck. I side two Secret Village of the Spellcasters. I don't main it because I want to make sure I'm not going up against an Ultrageist player. So if I'm not going up against an Ultrageist player, I put it in once in a while. I usually only put it in for Sky Strikers because it really hurts them. Because their whole deck is basically spells. I play two Malevolent Catastrophe. These are for Ultrageist players. Because Ultrageist players love to attack all the time. So when they attack, this, because of they attacked, destroys their whole back row. Sometimes it's hard for them to cover. Sometimes it depends on how many spell or traps they have in the grave already. But this really catches them off surprise. Nobody's really using it right now. It's a good tech card to just get rid of Ultrageist back row so they can stop doing so much shenanigans. I can't believe also they didn't get it on the ban list, and they're still getting more support, which really is kind of... I'm kind of mad about that. I side two Goes in match. The reason I side this is because this Dark Magician is a dark deck. If you're not going up against a dark deck, put this in. But it doesn't really work against if you're playing something of the same attribute. It's a good side card. I side one Full Force Virus. I want to, like I said, bump this up to 2 and bump Epidemic Eradicator Virus up to 2. So I might put a second one of that in the side deck. I also play Skill Drain for those other matches, you know, when a shit ton of stuff is going off and you just need something to slow your opponent down a little bit. I play 1 Dark Magician Inheritance. It's a good side card. By banishing 2 spell or traps from your grave, you get 1 card back that lists Dark Magician. It's a good one of, I wouldn't put it up to anymore. And then I side the 3rd Keeper of Dragon Magic and the 3rd Magician of Dark Illusions. It's just in case if I feel I want to put a 3rd one in, which I really normally don't, but in case if I don't see them, any of them at 1 right away. So I'd like for you to, again, like, comment, or subscribe. Tell me what you think about the videos and recent videos I've put up on my YouTube channel. You know, just give me some pointers and details, and stay tuned. After I get all those Guard Dragon cards, I'll give you an updated deck profile. Thank you for watching this video. Again, this is Alliteration Station. Peace, everybody.